Hey everybody, I'm David with Bolivar Live, and it's the Prestige show, but it's with Alison. And you know, Landon and I come in, and when you started doing some of these shows, I said, Landon says, man, we don't know what we're going to talk about until I get there half the time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I called you a couple weeks ago and said, hey, we need to do a show. And I said, figure out what you want to talk about. And when you came in, the first thing I asked you was, did Landon help you? And you said no.
No.
So we're going to go with this show, and it's going to be a great show. In fact, we're going to talk about the steps to take to design a home.
Yep.
Because it's not just, hey, I want a home like that.
Right.
There's Landon and yourself spend a lot of time talking to the customers and then taking plans they have, some ideas you have, and it's a process. Let's talk about the process.
Right. So I've mentioned on here before that every lot deserves its own home. And so when we have a client come to us and they say, you know, I want this house that I've seen in this neighborhood and I want it on my lot. We take that into account, but we will never build the same exact house that someone else has for you. And there are a lot of reasons that go into it. Number one, the lot may not be able to hold it. You know, there's build lines, there's property lines that we have to make sure we're staying a part of. Also, maybe your budget can't hold that house that you like. And so it's great when we have clients involve us from the very beginning, when trying to build their home from the beginning of the design phase all the way through the end of the build phase. That way we can put in our input on what we know is going to work while we build your home. And it's not just the exterior of the home that goes into this, it's also the layout of the home.
Right.
You know, we've built tons of beach houses down here. And so we understand what works on the flow and the layout of the interior of the home.
Yeah, because it's usually larger parties. It's not just two people in a home.
And one thing, and we bring this up to every client that we talk to, is the bedrooms here down at the beach do not need to be as big as the bedrooms that you have in your normal house.
Right.
When you come down here to the beach, you're not looking to spend all day in that bedroom. You're wanting to go in there to sleep and spend your time, you know, gathering in the kitchen, gathering in the living room, being outside on the deck, enjoying the views of coastal living. So we try to, you know, help you recognize those things and take into account your wish list, but also help you realize that what you're wanting may not work in this house or on that lot.
When you go through the design process, do you also go through the decor process as far as, okay, you're wanting to have a sectional couch because you're going to have large gatherings. Your living room needs to be this big, but we're going to have to take away from this. And you see a lot of, and you're right about bedrooms. Down here, people don't live in bedrooms. In fact, some homes don't even have closets because they have a dresser for vacationers. And I lived in a house, we had to buy some cabinets and chiffros so that we could store our clothes. But it's a different home. But how much of that goes into, well, if you want to sell this home, we need to do this? Do very many people look at down the road, if we want to sell this home, what's going to sell? Yeah,
I mean, we give our 2 cents on what we think will help you resell that home. I mean, a lot of times within the beach, they want square footage, they want views, but they want nice bathrooms, they want nice kitchens also. So we give our 2 cents when building the home, but also we want to build the home for you where you are at this point in your life.
Great. What's the best thing someone can do? Say they've been thinking about building a beach or getting a beach house built. Is there some things they can do before they ever even call you?
Oh, absolutely. You know, Pinterest is a great tool. We tell people, start a Pinterest board. One of our clients that we're currently finishing a house up for right now, I mean, she had just this whole live document of ideas that she put together. And it was a living document. It changed all the time as far as tile selections that she had seen that she wanted in a specific part of the house. And she kept that updated, but she came to us with that information, which really helped us see the full project right from the very beginning, to see what she wanted.
Get an overall view of what her thoughts were.
Yep, and it helped, and it kept things organized. Not to say that everybody needs to do that, but starting a Pinterest board is a great way to just start with inspiration.
Right.
And it may not be something, Pinterest is notorious for finding this one little specific tile that you may never be able to locate, but we can help you find something similar to that.
Right. What about when it comes down, you've got your house designed, you've got your cabinets designed. What about colors? How does that go?
I am the most indecisive person there ever was whenever it comes to picking out paint colors, whenever it comes to picking out tile. But we have people that we can refer you to that can help you put those things together. If you're looking at work, if you want to work with an interior designer, we have started building relationships with interior designers to refer you to. Not everybody wants to, they may want to pick all that out themselves. But if you're needing a little bit of help, we can send you, Sherwin-Williams is a great place. They can help you piece together paints that look good together.
What trim colors go with what colors.
Yep.
What about the kitchen? I love y'all's kitchens. I love the accent lighting. I love the faucets. But when it comes to countertops, is there a lot of choices?
Absolutely.
Because you've got granite, you've got man-made stuff, you've got... What's the best thing to do on that? Is it back to Pinterest again?
I always tell people, especially with countertops, if you can go and see and put your hands on it, that is a really good starting place. Okay. We can send you to granite yards. There are places, around Houston, around Dallas, that you can go put your hands on it, touch it, feel it, see it. Because sometimes online doesn't show the full picture, especially with the way that the marbling goes. So that is something I like to tell people, go see it.
Go save it.
But whenever it's tile selections, we do a lot of things with Floor and Decor. They have a design center at Floor and Decor that you can go to and work with a expert at their store, and they'll help you select everything together, and it's something that we can help facilitate as well.
And then everything comes back to y'all, and you put it together.
Yes.
What's the feeling, and I hadn't even asked Landon this, you've been through some houses from start to finish. When you're done with a home, I know the homeowners are ecstatic, because I've talked to some of them. They've stopped me at Stingery, or they've stopped me at the big store and said, hey, Landon built one of our homes, and I always say, what was the experience? And they say, man, it was great. What was it like your first night? And he said, man, one guy said, you know what you feel like when you get in that, for you, David, probably a new video camera, you can't wait, you can't sleep. I said, yeah. He said, I literally couldn't get down here soon enough to get in, to spend the first night in the house. He said, I've dreamed about this. We had a lot of input. We waited until the time was right, and now we've got what I consider my perfect home.
Yeah.
And so what's it like for you when the cleaners are gone, everything's set, you make that final walkthrough? What's the feelings on, do you learn anything from it?
Every single house is a learning tool for us. There's always something that we can do better, but also every single house that we're completing, we're like, man, that was a good job. So there hasn't been a house yet that we're like, we could have done this totally different. Because they've all turned out so well. Landon
puts a lot of thought into it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And now you're on board, you're putting thought in.
Yeah. I've seen the sleepless nights where, he may go to bed but wake up in the middle of the night thinking about a house that he's working on and something that he could do to improve the process. I've seen it. He takes it personally, and that's why he builds great homes.
Well, and why y'all build great homes. It's a family business. So For more information on Prestige Custom Builders, make sure you follow them on their social media platforms. They do some great articles. You can sign up on their website. They do great newsletters. A real down-to-earth, involved. When you have a home built with Prestige, you don't have a superintendent and a helper in this. You're dealing with Alison and Landon, the owners of Prestige, and that's the great part about it. It's not he said, she said.
Right.
Well, there may be some he said, she said,
It's
but
always he said.
he said. But it's a family operation, and they're tied into the community down here. Like she said, they've built a bunch of homes down here and got a bunch more going. So for more information, make sure you check out their website, which is
PrestigeCustomBuilders.net.
That'll work. A phone number?
409-313-3383.
That's how to get hold of them. We'll be back next week with another show. Don't know if Alison will be there or Landon, but it'll be all about Prestige. Until next time, I'm David with Bolivar Live. Y'all have a great day, great week. Come see us. God bless, and bye-bye. Video equipment is sponsored by Crystal Beach Decor and More, located at 1959 Highway 87 in Crystal Beach, Texas, and Beachy Beatnik Boutique and Jewelry, located at 970 Surfside and Highway 87 in Crystal Beach, Texas. Thank you to these two businesses for being our 2025 video equipment sponsor for Bolivar Live.